think it's scary to approach a relationship saying, I like this, but I don't like that, and maybe I can fix that. If it's something that you think you're going to need to fix, then let it be perfect for somebody else. I don't think you should approach a relationship with the idea that you're going to fix something that's already been made. So that's just my opinion, though. I know girls who do it all the time. Most of them get hurt.
Tell me about your song.
Most of the songs that I've written have come from conversations like these, where I'm sitting with maybe somebody who's interviewing me or just a friend, and when I finish the conversation, I'll run to my room or wherever and get a pen and pad and write down what the conversation was about. Because I like to write stories. So then I'll go to the studio and I'll hear something that's really, really cool or that I enjoy, and I'll flip through the pages and say, oh, well, I just had a conversation about this. This is going to be hot. And a lot of times I'll go into the booth and write the song there on the spot, or I'll write it.
Great.
Yeah.
That'd be like Love and the Anchorman.
Maybe.
Yeah. You get be an interview on some talk show, or
what's a good?
I fell in love with a talk show host, kind of like
Mr. Radio.
Mr. Radio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, talk show host, late night man. You know.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
You can imagine that.
Yeah.
How do you like technology?
I love it. I think it's extremely important, and I'm so upset that, I hope I don't offend my mom, but that so many grown folks look at us like we crazy when we how many relationships start on the internet, and not just love relationships but business relationships, all different types of networking that goes on. I think it's a very, very big deal, and it's important that even grown folks take out the time to Twitter.
I don't think that's the. I think you have great thoughts, and I think the fact that you were saying a little bit more about people and what we expect of them is critical to sharing as a community. Because I do think that change is the issue. For most people, if you've lived 40 years without Twitter, the fact that you're saying adopt a new methodology or understand, because if you're running a business and people are sometimes what I consider just the titillated society, then everybody reaches, and sometimes it's not polite. Like you see people and all of a sudden you're having dinner or you're having lunch with someone, and all of a sudden they'll zone out, they'll grab their phone and remember somebody that they need to text in particular, or even to the point where they talk about spiritually the BlackBerry prayer. The person is really with their head down, constantly doing the BlackBerry prayer. So I understand that change is very dynamic because it's very different than in the past. Now you can adopt something this moment, and it has an impact to touch a million people. That day didn't exist for a lot of generations, and they don't understand the necessity or the value proposition that it offers their life, because it's not something that they were inundated, versus even the younger people who do video games. They know if they get to this level, it says that they're above others who can't get there.
Yep.
If job in your life wasn't where you are on different levels, then technology doesn't mean that to you. So they weren't necessarily early adapters. And I think you see that more and more every day. As it becomes a challenge for people to understand how to integrate life and technology, politeness, kindness, and as you continue to grow, there are meditation sites that send out daily emails that actually talk about how to meditate. And as we all begin to understand that could be Twitter, that people will be Twittering prayers, that people will be Twittering chants, people will be Twittering gospel praise, and people will be able to Twitter and video blog their gospel programs, praise and worship services, and as they see it integrated into their lifestyle in particular, then it will be something that everybody can understand. And I think they're just wanting to make sure that we challenge how we integrate technology and the instantaneous aspects of technology. And I think expressing it in a polite way is there and helping them get there. You know, if they don't have Twitter, then you set them up with it so that
Right.
but now you and I can talk directly, and you're important to me. And I think it's inclusion as well. That's really
Yeah, I had to buy my mom a BlackBerry. She's my manager. And she had either a flip phone or a house phone. And I mean, it took us weeks to learn how to scroll down and go into switch applications and all that. I mean, those words were murder for her. But now she's an avid BlackBerry woman, and I'm proud of her.